Yes, people. Big up. Good evening. Welcome back. Yo, big up people. I mad delay there with a little intro video, man. But listen, make sure all of us smash that like button on your way in. You know what it is, man. It's the Sunday showdown. Do you know what I mean? Don't know if any of us are going to be particularly happy. You know what I mean? We got Link in the building. We got Yas in the building. We got a draw for Arsenal. We got an L for Liverpool. Hey, yo, Link, what you saying, my brother, man? What you telling me?
It's dark, man. It's dark. It's not as dark as some people want to make it, but it's dark. It kind of looks like Yas right now. Look, you don't even got the lights. There it is. There it is. You see? That's kind of how I feel right now. Seems dark.
Should have
Could
come with
be
the Undertaker
darker.
theme, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing the Undertaker thing. Relax, relax. But yeah, it wasn't a good Sunday. It wasn't a good Sunday. It was a good Saturday, but it wasn't a good Sunday.
That was a great Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But we're here.
Says, man, I gotta share my sentiments with Yes on that. Well, you know what? Actually, no, I disagree, man. I think it's a shit Sunday, man. You know what I mean? But we
It's
telling
still a
me
shit
Yes, man.
Sunday.
You take the silver linings,
Hey,
bro.
man.
Take the silver linings.
Mm, you good though,
That
brother?
we
Yeah.
do.
I'm blessed, brother. What you saying, man? How are you guys? I know Link is not good, but are you good?
You'd be surprised. I'm better than you think.
Do you know what it is? Yes, he's got the comfort food in it. Do you know what I mean? So he's,
Yeah. You miss. I had the
he's feeling
cinnamon
all right
roll. I
right now,
just.
man.
Yeah.
It's
Feeling all
crazy
right.
how that works, man. I skipped lunch, went straight to the dessert. I feel better already, man.
I hear it. I hear it.
I got the requisite materials.
What the hell's all this lighting, bro?
People ask for normalcy in times of chaos, and I try to provide that. I try to provide that.
You got any more Liverpool fans joining? Hey.
Preach.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Another
Preach.
special guest in the building, man. What you telling me, Preach, man? How you been?
Hey, don't even know how I feel right now, but yeah.
That's how I felt, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Bro. The tables just turned so quick there. Everything backfired. Yeah, bro. I thought we was gonna pepper them, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
I thought we were gonna win. I thought we were gonna do well.
Yeah, I thought we was winning in the first
Yo, take it away, man. Hey, listen, Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Twisted. Big up Nems. Another sufferer in the building, you know what I mean? Big up Cameron. Big up Arsenal Gunner, man. I hope everyone's blessed, man. Make sure all to smash their ass like if you ain't done so already. But Link, Preach, man. Take it away. Hey, treat this as therapy, man. This is a safe space, man. It's a safe
Nah, bro.
space.
Like,
Let
yo,
us
preach.
know
You
God,
can
man. What went wrong, man?
preach. You can say what you want to say, and I feel like you're gonna take a different approach, and I will. But we gotta just get this out in front. Salah's got to go. He's done. Salah's done.
That's the goat, you know, yes. It's crazy, but go on, man.
I have no loyalty, bro.
What do you mean no loyalty? We giving him 400K a week. He's done.
Let him stay, man. He's got stuff. He's got something left in the tank. Season is long.
What?
I don't know.
So you don't know, but I'm supposed to just ride with it.
You might have to reload Jurgen Klopp and to see if we can.
Hopes and dreams isn't a successful tactic.
So you have, though, innit?
No, we have much more.
What do you have? Enlighten me, please. Because what I saw today was an embarrassment, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hoping you guys could do us a little piece favor there, but that was dire.
What do you? I think you want to take it over the top, and you're starting with hyperbole. But before you start on your tirade over gaining a point on us, I'd like Preach to talk about the game, if that's okay.
My bad.
Is that okay?
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, man. disappointing. Like I said, I thought after the Real Madrid, I thought, all right, let's pepper them. You get me? Thought if we're gonna win this, it's got to be done in the first 30 minutes. That type of old school feeling against City, but nah, man, they done really well. Ibu, boy, I think Ibu's flipping. I think he's in Real Madrid right now. I think he was wearing a white. I think he was wearing a white shirt all game. Bruv, I'm gonna tell you, you man, they don't really know me that long, but it's the first time I'm also ever said this. But I want him out, fam. Like I want him out. He's literally only there because we ain't got no one else.
Everybody out, yeah. Everyone out.
No, just Ibu. I want Ibu. Ibu can go with Madrid like for free. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered about price tags. I don't care that. I just want his contract over. He can go. Like I don't want us to even offer him a new contract. Like I don't want us to do that. Like he can just go. We just get someone else. It's long now, man. Because like today we was all right, but he was like the weak link, and then he was the one that just broke like the confidence. It was a all confidence thing that he was just doing. And it was breaking us down. You get me? Just taking punches after punches, and then the mistakes just started coming in like the waterfall.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking that Bradley didn't have a bad 20 minutes or so, but once that Konate mistake happened, and we didn't get scored on because we got saved at the pen, but after that moment, it seemed like it was just one thing after another that just went against us.
I think after the moment was confidence, but they knew what they was doing. They were happy for him to be on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they was pressing Virgil all game, but they was leaving space for him.
Oh yeah, they actually, and you see that
that's been happening all season though. He seems to be the one of the only guys. Him and Kirk is particularly the one that just leave and they just tell him just do what you need.
You're 100% right.
I think Kirkes is more of self-sabotage than like tactics against him, where like Konate Ibu it's tactical, like let him and then press him, you get me, like, but it's terrible. I don't know what his mind's gone, because this isn't like, he is good enough, he has got the quality, we've seen it, so it's got to be his mind is gone and he's elsewhere. Like,
but don't you think your manager should maybe have a change and try Joe Gomez out for a game or two?
Yeah, I think so as well. But or something else, because if he's not working, other things ain't linking. Like today, it just broke down slowly, bit by bit, minute by minute. It was just confidence was just going. Do you know what I'm saying? We get a goal disallowed, robbed, and then even more confidence low. You get me? And then it just broke down. So yeah, I feel like the Salah thing, I don't know, like, I don't know. He should have started. Should he have started? I think our best attackers have been like when he hasn't started. You get me? The last Champions League game, I think Ekatike started on the right. Isak up front.
I think there's something to be said about your midfield, because if you look at the two games that you won, your midfield done what they were supposed to do, and so your defense performed very well, and they were protected. But the games that you kind of seem to get peppered is your midfield is just getting abused. And I saw Gravenberch was a passenger for most of the game. So Bosley, to his credit, was trying, but it wasn't nothing much coming in.
Can we not do this? Can we not do this?
What do you mean, bro?
Because that wasn't where the game was lost.
Bro, I saw, what's his name?
Who was the man of the match?
I hear what you're saying, but
who was the man of the match? Who was the man of the match?
Did Bernardo Silva have a very good game? Did he look after?
There were no standout performers, in my opinion, for City outside of Doku.
You've lost it.
No, I think Wirtz had a few moments against him and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I think just mistakes. I think McAllister wasn't there. He's not there. Like I don't as well. Like Szoboszlai, I can't fault Szoboszlai. Wirtz, I don't fault him today. Ekatike, I don't fault him. He weren't getting no service. And then I just think, I think Gravenberch we weren't there. I don't think he was getting into spaces or anything like that. But yeah, I think it was down to Ibu. I kind of put him.
We had a number of players that were anonymous, but I don't like the game wasn't won or lost in the midfield. Our midfields were just passengers. Foden didn't do anything crazy. Gonzalez had a good game. Bernardo Silva was picking the ball up at right and left back to help them keep possession. But at the end of the day, everything was lost in the fact that Doku was able to get more and more space
But how
because
was
of the mistakes that we made in the unfortunate circumstances of our goals.
I hear it, but Doku wasn't getting the ball by long balls, was he? He was getting the ball by clever passes in the midfield.
He was getting long balls. He was getting every ball that they wanted to play him. He was getting switches. They were rotating the ball. Bernardo Silva would come deep, get the ball from the goalie to make sure the ball got out to Doku where he wanted it. Like, what are we doing?
But that's my point, bro. I'm saying,
But how is Bernardo Silva picking up the ball from his goalie and evidence to you saying that our midfield was shit?
Who was supposed to be pressuring Bernardo Silva?
What midfielder is supposed to be following Bernardo Silva from his right center mid position all the way back to the goalie?
Bro, I think you're clutching.
Do we have the players to do a man-to-man press? Yes or no?
I mean, no. To be fair, not really.
So who's tracking him around that field? We don't have the legs to do that.
That's on your manager, bro.
And so I'm not slot out, but these slot out people are getting more and more evidence week in, week out, because I can say all these things about, well, it may or may not be the player's fault, but then it has to be someone's fault.
I know. I think at some point the players have to take some ownership of the performance that they're giving.
Well, I do in certain players, but I look at today's game and say we had two very unlucky events happen. We had one fortunate thing in the PK, but we were very unlucky on two separate plays that led to goals. And at that point, we were chasing the game, and we don't have the players or the setup, whatever the way you want to put it, to be able to give Man City the space that they were given today.
Bro, you can lose to Man City. There's no shame in losing to Man City at the Etihad. But the manner that you lost, it was a whimper, bro. They done whatever they wanted to do. They played the ball, little triangles in the midfield. They were taking the piss, bro. You have to be honest.
Right, but the fact of this, the matter is the fact that we went down off two very unfortunate goals made us have to chase the game, and we're not in a state where we can chase the game right now.
But were you ever in the game, even at 0-0? They had you guys from the kickoff. They were.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they were the better team all the way through, but like, as in the home team. But I wouldn't say like it was just like the scoreline just murdered it. But like
until Konate messed up and we gave up the pen, we were managing the game fine. They didn't have anything that was too crazy.
I'll disagree with that. In terms of managing the game, I think we just had our moments, but I just think it was just a slow progression.
We got through the first 15 minutes.
But you were inviting pressure.
Yeah, that's what I class as just a slow progression.
But we've been doing that. We've been playing in a mid to low block because we don't have the ability to press the way we used to. That's not something that's out of the norm for us right now.
That first chance Ibu gave Doku, like, with
that's 17, 18 minutes in. After we've tried, if you go into the game as slot, you say, okay, you try to get through the first 15 minutes. They tried to put pressure on us. They couldn't score. This is when you start to settle into the game. We were settling into the game, and then that shit happens. And then we give up the pen, and the roller coaster starts.
I think that's where, and then now that's where our slot needs to take accountability that City weren't playing like that. Like Ibu had too much time on the ball, and he was taking too long to do some long.
But that's an every week thing, like Yas is saying. That's every week. I'm talking about Ibu taking too long on the ball.
Yeah, but it's got to stop though now, man. Like I don't think it was an issue against Madrid, like, because they didn't like they tactically set this up. Like, this was a trap, fam. That's how I feel. I feel like this was a trap.
Well, that's what Pep. Yeah, they set up pressing traps. Like, you have to give more credit to City nullifying us than I think. Doku. That's all I can take from this game, bro. Doku and Salah and Konate.
Yeah.
Got it. Just Doku.
I'm nothing to say, fam. Nothing to say. But there's
Foden didn't score. He did okay. Haaland was right place, right time, but he didn't do much outside of his miss pen and then the goal where Konate flicked the ball into his head. Like they did what they had to. You can say it could have been more, but like
you know what? So just what on this comment here, yeah. And like I feel like it's either Lucho or Nunes, but what I mean is we're missing the chaos. Like,
100%.
we're missing that chaos up front. There's not enough chaos up front.
yeah, people
Like,
can't tell me that. People can't tell
The
me that.
Nunes one, I don't really know, but because
TK brings it a few times. He's brought that chaos a few times, but it's not consistent like Lucho and Nunes.
And Ekitike, for the love of him, as much as everyone said, "Oh, we need a striker, we need a striker," I've yet to see us play in a system that gets the striker the ball. Ekitike had like 10 touches in the first half. Let me make this point a little bit more concise. So everyone was talking about last year how Nunes was shit and that Nunes isn't good. And my complaint was he doesn't get the ball. No one plays him into space when he makes runs. Right. So we get a striker. We change the new system. We suck. We revert back to the old system from last year. It brings us some remote success. And once again, our striker is not getting the ball. The reason why we wanted to change the system from last year is because it was overly reliant on Trent and Salah. We do not have Trent. Salah is now dead. We go back to that system because it beat Real Madrid. But once again, we're finding our striker having less than 10 touches and a half. I clown Gyökeres for this. Why is Ekitike doing this?
No, I don't think
we put Ekitike out left at one point.
I don't think the system. I don't think
this is on slot.
I don't think the system relied on Trent and Salah. I think that was a strong tactical tool that we had last summer. I don't really think we relied on it. Like there was that Diaz on the left, Gakpo. I think there was a bit too much.
But these were players that had success.
But Virgil van Dijk's pass, so Boslai's relationship with Salah, I think there's a lot of
right. But these things were only able to happen because we had Trent and Salah on that side. We've only lost one player.
No.
It's a hell of a player to lose, though.
He's a big player. The way we played isn't just because of Salah and Trent.
I think this Messi comment is bang on the money, bro. Because last year Lucho was that guy, like you said, like Preach said, he was chaos. He would press everyone to an inch of their life. No one's getting a breather. Now your other where Gakpo is Gakpo, but he doesn't press people to death the same way Lucho does, and you can see he's doing the same thing for Bayern Munich.
What we need to do, we need to play Gravenberch as a Boslai, and Wirtz just needs to come in the number 10 in this system.
You might need to give up on Wirtz, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I get what you're doing, but no one ain't giving up. No one ain't giving up before season.
No, I'm not saying bin him completely. I'm not saying
you might as well give up.
I'm not saying bin him completely because obviously you guys.
That's what you said. You might as well.
I mean,
bin it in it. That's what.
Let me spin the block. What I mean is, this guy at the moment, I'm looking at him and I'm seeing. For example, you said you weren't too unhappy with him today. But I saw a guy today that was being too weak, too easy to shrug off the ball. His passes were not really going to where they were. Yeah, he did have a few little 1-2.
He had one bad pass that you're talking about. And you're trying to make it out to be multiple. No, but this is what we're like, bro.
He had more than one. Bro,
it really wasn't. It was the one in the first half to Ekitike.
He has not performed to what anyone, including rival fans, thought he was going to be.
Okay, but say that instead of making up shit before you make that point.
To be honest, the only person that he's actually lived up to in terms of expectation is Slot. Like everyone else has had that expectation, but Slot hasn't actually had that same expectation on him. Like the one that actually matters. I'm saying Slot hasn't. The expectation you're talking about comes from fans, innit? And yeah. It's not Slot hasn't. That's not the plan that Slot had for him. Like that. Do you know what I'm saying? What
was the plan then? What was the plan?
There is a bringing. I'm saying there is a bringing plan. I'm saying there is a settle-in plan, and the bring-in plan. Like Slot does have these. He does implement these things when he has players like Isak. He said he hasn't had a full preseason, so we're going to give him minutes here and there. We know we're going to give him 30 minutes. And then 60 minutes, he has these things in it. So I'm saying the expectation, including me, we paid a lot of money for him. But I'm just saying, in reality now, in real life, the expectation really is slots in it. So I'm saying like in time it will happen in it. Like even against Arsenal, like Slot saying, "Look, I told you, like you've got cramping places that he never had before." He said he's like, "Welcome to the Premier League." You get me? So in terms of that, yeah, I'm cool. So there's no way you're gonna ever hear something like that. But I think maybe like someone needs to take a break. He needs to protect people here and there. I think we need a bit more of that. Like Rio, he's protected him hella much because he's a kid. But I think like Salah needs to like maybe go to the bench to get me for a bit or something. You get me, like, but keep the formation. But like he's got the formation, but the works on the left. It's just like, all right, cool. Like, look at McAllister. Like when he's not playing too well, you can kind of see it in the midfield. We need him to be just on point. So I feel like maybe he needs a rest as well. So what's like play him there? That's why I'm saying works at number 10. And whoever like
we can't. We're on that fine line to where we have to decide what competitions we're going for. We're very close to that point where we're having to decide what competitions we go for.
Link. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse than that. Preach. It's worse than that. You might need to figure out your fucking first 11, mate. You might not even know your first 11. This is why I preached the question. Ask about the question. What's the plan? Because 1 minute it's verse in the 10, then it's verse in the left, then it's suppose like the 10, then in the 8, right back. And you one sec. Let me land. You know what I mean? You voted for Pong, you know what I mean? You lost Trent. You're supposed to play at right back. That was like right wing. Hey, yes, it's a mess, isn't it? It's an absolute mess. I remember, yeah, I've been saying this for a few weeks now, Lick, and you was like, "Oh, you know what? It's too soon for that. It's too soon for that." And to be fair, I'm saying this in hindsight as well. That's number one. Number two, okay, yeah, cool. It is early doors, but there's so many things, yeah, about your team, about your lineup, about how you man setting up. That is just. It's not making sense. Nothing's not making sense.
Well, like,
forget about going for competitions. Figure out your first fucking 11, mate.
I feel like
you might can't even get that right.
I feel like you lot need to start the chess that you asked from us, yeah. I feel like you lot need to start speaking in the same chess, yeah. Either it's early doors or it's not. You can't have both. If it's early doors, stop talking. If it's not, talk. But you're not allowed to say both. I know it's early doors, but you lot are a mess. It's over. No, we're not doing that.
Whoa, that's a mistake there.
If you want me to have chess, you have chess as well. Bruv, we just lost. I'm not in the right frame of mind. So anything, if you give me the alley-oop, I'll take it, fam.
Now, yes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, quick question because I want to go on. Yeah, did I say it's over? No. My little monologue. Okay, so I didn't say it's over. All right. So see me, I'm not an idiot. You understand? I've been watching football for almost 25 years. You understand? Sometimes you could jump the gun, but at the end of the day, we come here every week, innit? Because we got to talk about what we're seeing in the moment. So what I'm saying is, what I'm seeing in the moment is that nothing now makes sense. But I'm also saying this early days because sometimes you make signings, it don't work out straight away, but a little ways down the line it does. That's why I'm like,
get your licks in now, brother.
But it's not early days. Look. I'll get my licks in, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, look, I'm a football man. I think for me, it's just clear. Look, whatever the plan was, we don't know. Your own manager don't know it. It's funny. We all know it's funny. But let's look at it. Let's look at things like going forward. Yeah. Me personally, what Slot needs to do, yeah, is scrap whatever the fuck that he wants to do. Yeah, the total Dutch football, whatnot, inverted fullback bullshit. Stop that and make it make sense for your players. Because if you ask me personally, versus a creative 10, whatever, played on that left inside channel for Bayer Leverkusen, Salah, he's been cutting in. I tell you what, simplify it. You got the two wide attackers cutting in. Why don't you just have the fullbacks overlapping?
Can't beat his man on the dribble.
Sorry?
Salah can't beat his man on the dribble.
No, do you know what? I hear it. Listen, it's not my fault that your goal ain't a top footballer that he can't convert into a centre forward. But that's besides the point. One thing I do realize about Salah, look, he can cut in, he could shoot. Yeah, he can cut
Oh, like
in.
today?
He can
Like today
shoot.
when he was in
He's
on
got
goal?
the outside.
Like today when he was in on goal?
Huh?
Like today when he was
Let
in
me
on goal?
land. Let me land.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? And you know what? Because remember, Link, yeah, during the summer window, I actually brought this up. I even asked you. I believe it was a summer window. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I even asked you, my brother, what about Salah at centre forward? You was like, nah. So at the moment, you man just brought in two strikers, so Salah has to play on the right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He might not have the pace, but give Salah his credit. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure he's still got a shot in his left foot. Do you know what I mean? He's got the outside of the boot cross.
Have you seen it?
That's his best. That's his best role in the team right now. You understand? There's nothing else. He's not gonna play centre forward. You man already spent 200 million on centre forward, so he has to play on that right wing. He has to play in that right wing. If he can't beat his man on the outside, then how about give him some goddamn support and instruct the right back, whether it's Conor Bradley, Frimpong, Buzlak, whoever it is, to go on the overlap and provide that width for you, man. Just keep it simple.
Do you know
Keep
what
it
the problem?
because right now you man are 8th for United are ahead of you.
Bro, the problem with
It's
the overlap
nasty right now.
is that they're
Simplified shit, man.
defensively they're frail at the moment, so they can't afford to have these wide overlapping wingers because that will leave Konate by himself.
Thank you.
So they're in a massive conundrum, bro. They I don't know how to fix this.
And yes,
It's not massive. It's just a personnel to get rid of.
It's massive because you can't fix it at currently. It lasts until at least January, and even if it goes in January, you can't expect the new signing to come in and hit the ground running, right? But Yas is right, and it's not just defensively; it's offensively. If you want to have your wingbacks overlapping an expansive football, you don't want them to have to make a 60-yard run every time they overlap. You want them to be able to make incremental 30-yard runs, stuff like that. How do you do that? If your center backs can keep possession and move the ball well.
Well, if he wanted overlapping wingbacks, he would have played what's his name, Frimpong, a lot more because that is exactly.
No, don't you guys can't say that. Frimpong hasn't been healthy. Frimpong's had 2 injuries already.
He's been healthy.
When he's been healthy, he's played.
So what I'm saying, if the plan for Slot was to have the overlapping wide wingers, fullbacks, I beg your pardon, then Frimpong would have come into his foot a bit more. But I think he's obviously aware that your defense at the moment is having a very, very problematic moment, so you can't leave them exposed like that. Maybe you should the three at the back, sort of, not the three at the back, although you have what's his name, Joe Gomez as a right back and tucks into a free man like the way Arsenal did.
Yeah, but then if you start Joe Gomez at right back, then you have no backup center back.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
You can't more the player there, isn't it? Next to Virgil, you get me.
We have Leone gets back in December or January. He's not going to play, but that's the signing. Because it was like an MCL or PCL. He's not. Something like that.
Okay. What it gave me, bro, nasty, man, nasty.
It was. Maybe I'm reading some injury list wrong, but anyways, we're gonna have to buy a center back, at least one. And this is my problem with Liverpool right now. We spent 400 to 500 mil in the summer, and you can argue whether or not it was needed, but we needed to spend money. But now we're looking to January to already just have to spend anywhere from 200 to 250 mil.
That's crazy.
It's nasty. It's nasty. Like I don't like being in this situation that I'm looking towards the window. I'm so happy we're on international break. I'm so happy. We don't have to play.
I don't know if we're gonna spend that much.
We're gonna have to.
What? I think you guys are gonna probably have to get a centre back for 100% sure, but I think a DM might do you guys something. You know.
Right now, we need a winger. We need at least one winger. We need a DM. We need a center back. And we probably need an outside back.
I don't think we need to actually get in any attackers.
No, we need to replace Salah. We need to replace Salah. We don't have a right winger.
You can't replace
Salah. I don't think we need to get any. I don't think we need to get any new. Like we got Chiesa and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we need to sort out defensive for now.
But Slot doesn't play Chiesa.
and get. I know, but I'm just saying, like, this is what we need. I'm saying what we need to do, and get confidence up. I think defensively there's no confidence. Like I get PTSD. Like I had PTSD through the whole Real Madrid game. You get me? Just the attacking thing. You get me? That. So I just think we need to sort that out. We need to get some confidence back in defense.
What's mad is you man defended excellently against Real Madrid, and they've got some dangerous players, and you didn't give them a sniff. I don't quite understand.
Because we were able to stay on our low block, and we're at home, and we didn't make stupid mistakes.
Oh, so you wasn't a low block? Because when I said that, Preach said, "What are you talking about, bro? We weren't in a low block."
I don't think it was in a low block.
We play a mid to low block against Real Madrid. We had like 40% possession.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean a low block. Like, where was the ball?
Mid to low, like it doesn't have to be low. We didn't sit in our box the whole game, I guess. I'm sorry for using the wrong terminology, but you know what I mean. We weren't able to do that against City, though, because we were down 2-0 at halftime.
You know what, guys? Look, at the end of the day, you men are in the coffin, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, here we go.
We're just waiting for the coffin to be lowered down in the ground, but Slot needs to sort shit. Slot needs to sort shit out, and you man need to come back alive in that coffin. That's what
thankfully,
and come out, man.
Thankfully, you're doing your best to keep us out of the grave. Thankfully, you're doing your best to keep us out of the grave. Is it the Arsenal section? Is it the Arsenal section?
No. Listen, we can't. I've said this from earlier. I was asked, I think this was before the Man City game. Who do you think is winning the league? And I said to James, if Man City beat us, Man City's winning it. If not, then I'm gonna be back on the fence, innit? Now, Man City had a very, very bad run last season, but I've been keeping an eye on them. I just wanted to praise them just a little bit. You know, I mean, you guys spoke earlier about the traps that
Jeremy Doku.
That they were pressing. No, we ain't gonna
Jeremy
do
Doku.
That. No.
Excellent to him.
No. We're gonna thank you, yes, thank you. We're not gonna do that. Remember, you man spoke about the whole setting up traps. When they won the ball, they progressed the ball very well. Okay, yes, in the final third, Jeremy Doku was the main threat. You know what I mean? Turkey didn't have the best of games, but that was Man City's like best performance in a big game in a long while. Whether it was Bernardo, Foden, switching the ball out wide. I think they kept the ball very well. They kept you man quiet. One thing I'm gonna say very quickly. One thing I'm gonna say, is that they also did a job on Wirtz, because I think there was a couple of times where Wirtz had opportunities to do something, but you know what I mean. Bernardo clapped him, Nico Gonzalez clapped him, ended up getting yellow cards in the first half.
They both should have got yellow carded for that foul. They both fouled him then.
Oh, well, and we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk about the fucking goal that we got taken away, right? The Premier League is terrible at officiating. It doesn't matter what the rule is; they manage to ruin it. I don't understand. I don't understand. He's offsides, yes, but you can't tell me, looking at the VAR, that he is in his line of sight. He makes a full-on attempt for the ball.
I agree.
Make up your mind.
There's no chance. There's no chance Donnarumma is getting to the header. It was a brilliant glancing header.
And he dove. He was full extension. It's not like he couldn't dive.
I hear you. But
there's always something like that against City, fam.
It's not why we lost. I just had to make sure that was on record. It's not why we lost.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
We don't care.
Oh we don't care. We don't care. And because when it was us, you know what I mean, a lot of people had a lot to say. I'm not gonna lie, our fans.
Don't start. You guys write dissertation and do full videos on it. I don't want to hear it. Your creators do full investigations. I don't want to hear it.
We're talking about the champions and stuff. Right.
Thank you, Reach. I know we're not showing it on the field, but people need to put respect on
us. What I'm saying, these things happen a lot between us and City directly. You get me? Doku's got away from dirty challenges on
Yeah, that's the pass. That's the pass.
I
That's the pass.
remember. No, I
Yeah.
remember the fly kick. I remember the fly
Yeah, that
kick.
tackle hurt me, but still.
I mean, when there's something
Mm.
important, like the handball against Everton, bare
Right back.
things. Like,
That draw, that if Doku would have been, if they would have got a penalty, Liverpool for that Doku karate kick, we would have probably won the league, because of that point, or those 2 points. I think we lost the league by a point that season. So mad.
But you know what's funny, yeah? Because you see, yeah, this is what happens when you don't let a brother land in it. Because I was gonna caveat, yeah, with the whole look. I get that my fans are a bit special, etc., etc. You know what I mean? You just gotta keep consistent energy. But anyways, listen, I want to leave Liverpool in the coffin where they're not in the grave yet. They're not being lowered down yet. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's just giving their
that
eulogies and whatnot.
Champions League, bro.
Sorry,
bro. The
We still
body.
All right, move on. Listen, I preach peace. Sort your first 11 out first. That's what I'm saying.
We got the fifth one, bro. Gerrard, we can do it, fam. Don't get it twisted.
I'm telling you, Shaq, that body's been prepared for the funeral, bro. He's been getting the touch up with a little makeup and that just to make it look presentable before it gets.
Yeah, but this is the problem. You see, when you lot try to bury us, you just open the door for City to win the league. Because you know what happened today? Do you know what happened today? I saw a Premier League winning City, fam.
I didn't. I saw a team that beat up on a dead horse.
You don't understand. Your teammate won the league. You don't understand what I said. Trust me, fam.
I hear what you're saying, but you see the team.
This is what I'm trying to say. You don't hear what I'm saying, bro. I've been doing this with City for nearly 9 years, bro. Yeah, you've just joined 3 and you've lost them all.
That's calm, but
yeah, it's not calm. I'm telling you.
Mash up, Crystal Palace mash up, Galatasaray mash up, Brentford mash up. They just beat a dead horse, bro. They were excellent. There's no denying that. But
I don't think they were excellent. Like, I think you're going over the top. They really weren't.
They played well.
They played decent. Were they did they play well or were they excellent? What are we doing? Like they played decent. They had no, but they did. The only standout performer was Doku.
I think Nico O'Reilly had a great game.
More personally,
I
forgot
to mention him. Yes, you're right. Quality, man. Shut Salah up.
But again, so this is my point. This is my point. Are Liverpool shit or are City really good and played excellent? Like you can't say that on one end that Liverpool are so bad and dead and finished and they beat a dead horse, and then you say City were excellent when they didn't do it. You can't hype up Nico O'Reilly's performance for locking up a dead Salah. Like, so what are we doing?
But he's an 18-year-old kid that
but you again pick a side. Pick a side. Is Salah not dead? Is Salah not been one of the worst performers in the league so far?
No. Link.
Has he not?
Yeah.
Like
who? Sorry?
Salah, has he not been one of the worst performers?
No, I genuinely did not hear you, my brother. Who are you talking about?
Salah.
No, he's saying Nico O'Reilly didn't play well.
I guess so. Yeah, because Salah was poor in past games.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying Nico O'Reilly didn't play well, but why are we gassing up average performances when you're telling us my team played dead?
So Hagenbach. So wait a minute. So City didn't play fantastic, but they're league champion looking. You need to make.
I don't agree with Preach. That's why Preach isn't talking.
Yeah, we don't agree. Yeah,
we don't agree.
Okay.
Do we have to agree on everything?
My bad, bro. I said my bad twice, bro.
No, you good, yes. I'm just asking the question because I know sometimes people, they do the hive mentality thing. I'm just saying, yeah, you good. Yes, it's all love.
Link. Let me tie it all together, yeah, because there are multiple numbers and maths in this equation. Okay, yes, Liverpool are poor at the moment, but that's not because you have poor players. I believe you are, one, a bit imbalanced, and 2, the manager's not managing your team properly. Now, we've seen with Manchester United, especially over these past few years, where you haven't been good, when you go up against them, yeah, it's a big game. For whatever reason, they turn up, etc., etc. There are all of these different things that are a part of the equation where it's like, even though Liverpool are in a bad moment, yeah, when you go up against them, win 3-0, keep a clean sheet, like you still have to perform to a very good level to beat Liverpool, even though you're in a bad moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's not like you're back in the day, yeah, where you got Joe Allens and Skirtles and that. You man just spent 500 fucking million, mate. So it's not like you guys got bad players. Yes, you're in a bad moment. Yes, at the moment you're badly coached, but a team still has to perform well to do something against you. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why when you man beat us, I lost my flipping head because we didn't do anywhere near enough. But look, we gotta move on. Yeah, we gotta move on. Now, perfect segue.
Hey,
Yeah,
last thing I'll say
go on.
is, remember when City looked like shit last year because De Bruyne fell off? We're having the same violent reaction to Salah falling off.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. But look, yes. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. Obviously now after City winning, we are 4 points ahead. First of all, before we get into all of that extra stuff, yeah, what did you make of the game in particular? Because I know we had a conversation and whatnot, you know what I mean? But let's see if we can dive a little further. What did you make of the game in it,
But for me, it's not all doom and gloom, Ravs. At the end of the day, you have to give credit to the opposition. Sunderland weren't there just to roll over. They're physical, they're strong. They got Fs everywhere, bro. It was a tough game. But we in the first half were not at all at the races. And I don't know. I think sometimes, here's the thing I would say, yeah. There was games last season that we had exactly like the Sunderland game, where in the first half we just weren't there. And those games, 9 times out of 10 would leave there with a loss, especially if we go 1-0 down. Did. So I think Arteta might have cost us a little bit, but then also, listen, nobody likes to look at anything in context when it comes to Arsenal, but we had 6 attacking players missing. We should actually be good enough to be a team that's just been promoted, but Sunderland are a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. The league table doesn't lie. And in the second half, we came out like a race hound. We peppered them. And I think we got tired, but I'm not going to lie to you. I saw Declan Rice blowing, bruv. So it's a difficult one to take, considering it came in like with a 93rd minute or whatever it is, 94th minute. But bruv, sometimes, you know the old saying, if you can't win, make sure you don't lose. You take a point, you move on, bruv. We're not going to play that bad. We're not going to defend that bad. Many more games this season. I'm confident, man. I'm confident that we're not going to defend that bad again. Are going to take a lot of points. They're going to take points off the big teams at the stadium. Like, them guys give it to us, bro. And nobody ain't played us like that, Nobody ain't tried to play us like the way the Sunderland play. So you got to give them 100% credit, bruv.
No, of course. Give them credit. I'm a big advocate at looking at yourselves and looking within as to what you could have done differently. Now, obviously, I agree. First half, we weren't at the races. For me, I don't want to hear none of this physical talk. At the end of the day, yeah, the game is called football, innit? The reason why we got ahead, yeah, is because we played football. You understand? Yeah. And at halftime, I was saying, yeah, when we are in possession, yeah, we are way too static. Well, way too stacked. So it became a lot more easier for them to get at us. We weren't tiring them out. Do you know what I mean? We were just lining up for a cross to come in and going sideways. And you want to go up again. You know that is Sunderland's strengths, but you want to go band for band with them in the air. That shit didn't make no sense.
That made no sense, bro.
That made no sense. Now, cool. I can understand, because you know how you said, when it comes to Arsenal, people don't like to go through the context. Cool. I can understand, even if it is a newly promoted team, things ain't gonna all be straightforward. I don't like it, but I can get the whole, you know what I mean, go down, it being difficult. We were resurgent. There was resurgence from us in the second half. Yeah. But you see, when it comes to the very highest level, yeah, it's all about the fine margins. Sometimes your players are gonna have to give you that. Sometimes the manager's gonna have to give you that. And now when you're talking about coming up against a newly promoted team, I don't give a fuck how physical they are. Look at our team, bro, full of basketballers. I've been complaining about our midfield and about the amount of basketballers that we have in our team. That shouldn't be a effing problem. We've got basketballers on the pitch. We got basketballers on the bench.
We do, bruv. The maddest thing is, though, as I think some of it has to be put onto the players yesterday, because I feel like we created enough chances to put the game to bed. Eze had what 2-3 good chances to score a goal, and he sort of fluffed his lines a little bit. Saliba had one to sort of equalize. So I don't know, man. I think Arteta made these mistakes. Of course he did, but I feel like the players let us down a little bit yesterday as well. To be perfectly honest with you.
No, do you know what they both did? Especially when it came to the goal that we conceded. I don't know what the fuck Raya was doing outside of his 6-yard box. I don't know what he was doing there. Let Gabriel deal with that. You know, if he doesn't deal with that, if you're not outside your box, you don't make it easier for Brobby to go and finish the way that he did. Because you coming out your box, you already made the decision for him. Do you know what I mean? The ball is midair, you could just, you know what I mean, float it over the keeper. Whereas if he's standing on his line, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, it would have been an easy save. It would have been an easy save because there was no power in the shot. He would have easily be able to gather that. But again, could he have punched it? He decided to try and catch it for whatever reason. I have no idea. But mistakes happen, innit, bro? You got to give these players a bit of grace because Raya has been excellent this season.
No,
he has been excellent. True. So he made a mistake. So it is what you just charge that to the game, bruv. Like I said to you, the goals that we conceded yesterday were really bad, first and second phase defending, and I don't know, man. I'm not worried that those things are going to carry on happening to us. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So,
not.
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to let you guys come in.
Oh, go on, yeah.
So real quick, I'm gonna let you guys come in. But you see why this was so concerning, yeah? Because I'm also looking about. You say charge it to the game. Alright, cool. I hear it. But we need to take that possibility out, and we could have. The problem is we're too much of a coward. We're too much of pussies sometimes. We're up against the newly promoted team. Why the fuck do we have 10 men behind the ball in the first fucking place?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Like I said, what I charged to the game, because remember you talk about losing the ball first, second phase. So disappointed with Rice, with how great he's been. Okay, cool. Charge that to the game. You know what? Yeah, sometimes you need a bit of push. The players gave as much as they could, my bro. They did. 100%. They picked it up. And I'm pretty sure the manager probably spoke to them at half time saying, yo, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the players already done their job because you can set a team however you want to set them up. The players got to deliver. The players delivered. All right, cool. Mikel, what do you have for me? We played midweek. You don't make a sub until the 88th minute. And the only sub that you make is a centre-back, my brother. And do you know what makes this fun?
5-4-1.
Sat there.
That's nasty.
Sat there. Very quickly, Link, yeah. Thanks. I've been dying on, yeah, but I got to let it sat in it. Do you know what I mean? We sat there at the end of the summer talking about, great squad depth. All right, cool. So who the fuck is Ethan Noeri then? Isn't this the same brother that had a few dozen appearances for us last season? The same brother that bagged the goal against Man City, 9 goals last season. He could have taken effect. Oh, great squad. Is it the same Hincapié where if all things go right, we're going to commit 40 fucking million for him? Oh, no, God. Smart sign. Same player that was part of the squad depth. Lewis Skelly. Now we're England international. Okay, cool. I get it. In our team, he plays like left back. But hey, we all saw the assist that he had the other day where he drove for the team. He couldn't do something going forward. I understand that the options are limited. Yeah. Hey, list pod, pick up yourself. Big up yourself, yeah. But very quickly, yeah. You're saying why am I so angry? 4 trophies in 20 years, my brother. But back to focusing on the game. There were options there, my brother. I get it. The injury. Let's be honest. If you're missing 6 attackers, yeah, that's mad. But we praised our squad depth for a reason, my brother. That's why I'm a bit pissed off. And the thing is, yeah, And the thing is, yeah, this whole cowardice thing, I've seen this before. So you know how, like you said, yes, I don't see this happening much times. I don't know now. I don't know, because now I know when it's under the cosh, once again, the manager does the coward thing. Once again.
I hear what you're
Apologies,
saying.
I've been down.
This season, we've been under the cosh once. We've been under the cosh once, and obviously it didn't go fantastically well. But bro, the options we had were very, very thin, because you can't bring a 15-year-old Max Dahman and he's going to get punched up. Same with Wanyeri. He's a small dude, bro. You need physical guys against those dudes, and we had it.
No, you don't.
The fact that he's done the fact that he
Trossard. Is Trossard physical? He was arguably our best attacker. What are we doing?
No, I'm talking about the midfield, bro. I'm talking about midfield. But you're right in the fact that
no guard on the bench. Sorry, go on.
I don't know about squad. I don't know about squad.
Sorry, yes.
I don't know. You can use squad depth as an excuse, you know. Not this.
Why not though? Because you got. I see. So look, if you look at our midfield yesterday, we had our 3 starting midfielders. We had another one of our midfielders up front, and the other one on the bench. The attackers, if you will, 6 of them were missing. That's all the squad depth gone in one go, and it's not an excuse, because that's, like I said, without those players, we should have enough to be a team that's just been promoted as Sunderland. And we played in the second half for the most part well enough to do it. We created the chances. We didn't take our chances, but like Shaq said, I don't understand for the life of me why he decided with 6 minutes to go, with Sunderland as mashing balls into the box, to just go everyone back. It just makes no sense, because you're just inviting pressure. You
went 5-4-1. He said, yeah, 5-4-1. I saw it. I saw it on the camera. When Mascara came on, he said, yo, we're going 5-4-1. That is the problem. You have all this depth, but once again, you have never seen Arteta have a squad that is supposedly this deep. Arteta has his favorites. Arteta does not rotate his squad. We know this, and that's why Shaq is upset.
No, I fully
now, you said 6 players to start your soliloquy earlier, right? You said 6 injured attackers. How many of those attackers were injured going into the season?
2.
2?
2.
Okay, so who were the 4 that were missing, that were injured this season?
We got Odegaard, Martinelli. Did I say 6? Odegaard, Martinelli, and Gyökeres. Why did I say 6? It might be 5. Oh no, Madueke as well.
That's 4, right? So who are the other 2?
Jesus and Havertz.
Okay. All right.
So with those 4 players on, well, I mean, Gyökeres wouldn't have been on the bench anyway, but I'm saying if you had 3 of those 4 on the bench, you got options to change things up.
Right.
He clearly doesn't trust Ranieri for every reason.
When we spoke last week, was that a problem? Because Gyökeres got hurt. Was he midweek he got hurt, or was it last week?
No, Gyökeres got injured in the first after the you got substitute first half after Burnley, but we were already clear.
Right. So you knew that going into this game when we spoke last week. So I'm wondering why you wanted to start with that, the 6 injuries today.
Hold on. Did I not say that what those 6 players been injured is a fact? However, I did caveat and say, with or without those 6 players, we should have enough to be a team that's just been promoted. I said that clearly. And that's why I'm disappointed. And like Shaq said, what on earth are you doing putting an extra defender on and telling everyone in the box when Sunderland's strength is whack the ball in the box? They've got tall, physical players. That did not make any sense.
You invited pressure.
And that's why I say, see today, we just saw City win the league, because you lot are going to always make, like, even when you went to play City, there was a kind of like not really a go for the W kind of mentality, fam. There's always going to be that. Last season, what the last one off the top of my head was West Ham game. There's always going to be those games for you lot, fam, and that's what's disappointing. That's what it is, really and truthfully. It's got nothing to do with personnel. It's going to be a decision by Arteta.
I hear it, but I feel like those City are gonna do the same dumb shit they've been doing this season as well. They're not gonna steamroll the league that like they once used to. They might not
steamroll it, but they'll win it. You know why? You know why? Because you Arsenal fans were so focused on us that they've been stealth. Because that's the one thing I've realized is that no one don't want no one ain't talking about their maybe Arsenal. There are a large percentage of you. Like, so I can't say that here, but there's no one's really talking about improving. There's a lot of Arsenal, Liverpool failing. You get me? And City's just been stealth, really and truthfully. And now
they have credit to them, but listen, 4 points is a decent enough gap. We need to go and have our business.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not.
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say.
8 isn't enough a gap, bro. 8 isn't enough a gap. I'm really like, I'm not. Don't say 4.
City have chased down 11 points, bro.
That was a different time in a different city.
No, bro. Stop believing that it was Pep. It was Pep, fam. Stop believing.
Of course it was Pep, but the same Pep is the same.
It was Pep, fam. It was Pep, and Pep's been consistent for how long, fam?
Yeah, but the same Pep is the Pep that you're.
How long has Pep been consistent for?
Pretty much his whole career, bro.
All right. So let's not think he's gone and he's
so
out.
If we're going off historical evidence, then you would suggest that he would win a title this year, right? If he didn't win one last year.
Sure.
I'm not doing the whole preach thing. I'm not saying the title's over. All I'm saying is that the fact that it's a 4-point gap for City, and I don't think that we're out of the title race, should ring alarms for you. And not have you thinking that you're just comfortable. Regardless of how you
hold on.
Yes, regardless.
I said I'm not worried about Liverpool. City are the team that worries me. And
that's fine if you feel that way. However, I don't feel like we're out of the title race.
That's fine.
So
that's absolutely fine.
Based off that, so
for me, City are the team. When they're chasing you down, that breath at the back of your neck is hot, bro. It's difficult thing to take.
That's fine. That's fine. There was nothing on the back of your neck when you guys dropped points yesterday.
No, there wasn't.
And that's my point.
There wasn't. No, there wasn't. You're right.
And if we're talking about the game, Sunderland is providing, and if I say this in jest, it's that Arsenal is ruining the Premier League. But if you look at what Sunderland did, they provided a recipe for success against your club.
I don't think so, because I think
they have. What did I say last week when you tried to tell me I was gaslighting your defense? The majority of your goals are scored off. The majority of your goals given up are against set pieces.
Sure, but it was 2 against 1 at that point, so it wasn't really like any kind of.
And now it's 4 against 1, is it not?
That's fine. Yeah, it is. You're right. But for me, I'm not alarmed because our defense, for the most part of the season, have been close to flawless.
You're right, but it's not just like you can't. If it's not to say your defense is leaky or your defense is shaky. Set pieces are very isolated, like situations in games. Your defense could have an imperious performance. Saliba and Gabriel can both have lights out games, and then a set piece happens, and then it's one attacker that leaves his man unmarked. You know what I'm saying? So like you say this, but if you're a team going in to get against Arsenal, and this is also based off the conversation we had last week where we say we're not going to get a lot of chances. If you're not getting a lot of chances against Arsenal, you might as well just bunker in, play the ball long, get set pieces, and try to do what they do.
But, bro, we've played probably, 16, 17, 18 games, whatever the case may be this season, and 3 teams have scored set pieces against us. I'll take that.
And how many points have you gotten out of those games?
We got 3 out of Newcastle, 1 out of Sunderland, and nothing out of Liverpool.
And you should have dropped points against Newcastle, right? Or not should have, but you guys got a nice winner that everyone said mark of champions, right?
Well, sure.
Last minute,
right? And then you've won every other game.
Same thing, bro. Yeah.
And you've won every other game. So
but
based
all the other
based,
teams have been having corners and free kicks against us also.
No, but they're not good enough to stop you from doing what you want to do when the ball is in play.
Sure. And
all I know is this year. So yes, go on, guys.
Well, no, I'm saying neither was Sunderland to stop us. They weren't good enough to stop us when the ball was in play. But what they good.
They really were. They made one mistake. The Trossard goal was a mistake.
Bro, Trossard scored, right? Obviously, Saka scored.
And both those goals.
Eze could have scored a few goals.
Zubimendi should have scored as well. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We had chances to win the game.
But you didn't.
I know we didn't. I'm not sitting there saying we did. I'm saying what you're saying, Sunderland were good enough to stop us playing. In the first half, 100% they were.
I
But the
don't want to
second-
say they were stopping you playing altogether. I don't want to make something so blanketed. I'm just saying, if you're a team like Thunder or any team that's going into a game saying, let's get anything out of this game from Arsenal, like teams will be in the second half of the season, you say, okay, just try to stop them from getting set pieces, and we take our set pieces. Play a low block, give them throw-in. Sure, we have enough height if we play the right lineup in defense, because most of these lower half teams have these big, bulky center backs.
It's going to be a hard thing to stop us from getting set pieces because most games we're playing in the other team's halves, and that's how set pieces happen.
Right, but again, if you know the set pieces are coming, now teams aren't going to be worried about tactics. They're going to be worried about stopping set pieces.
Listen, we didn't score any set pieces against Sunderland. That's what I'm saying, bro.
And you didn't win the game.
I know.
I don't just say this stuff for no reason. There are correlations. You didn't score a set piece and you didn't win.
I think why did we not end up winning the game? Because we fell right back on our defense.
100%.
And I've said this multiple times. You can't keep leaning on your defense. You can't do that because ultimately, as good as they are, pressure bursts past. And remember, it's not like we relentlessly press teams and we leave a lot of space in behind. Do you know what I mean? We are very compact. And you saw it when it really got down to business. And what do we do? Put everyone behind the ball. And guess what? The pressure burst the pipe.
And you got to remember, you got the best defense in the last 2-3 seasons as well. So this defensive thing is not new,
right?
Nice.
And when you look at winning examples, from teams that were very strong defensively or sort of leaned on their defense. And I know it's examples from years and years ago, but their attack was a little bit more than ours. You know, if you go way back in the day with Chelsea, do you know what I mean? And you got Joe Cole and Robin. If you remember, that shit was scary, man. And then you had Damien Duff and Wright Phillips on the bench. You know what I mean? And then you got the big man Drogba. Then you got that, bruv. Who's our Drogba? Who's our Drogba?
Who's anyone?
I said Ford can't even control the ball half the time. Who's our Drogba?
But
who's our Lampard?
Do you know there's only one team that's outscored us in the league this year, and that's Man City. Our attack is not as big.
Right, but where do those goals come from?
Who did you say is outscored?
Man City.
So Haaland has outscored your club.
One guy's outscored our team near enough, but we gotta lie to you, that guy's a fucker, bro.
Crazy.
But Haaland has a bad game. City don't have a good game.
It's always gonna be
right.
It's always gonna
also.
Team.
But that's not the case because Haaland didn't play well today and they beat us 3-0.
Again,
and he had a goal. Haaland didn't play well today. He scored a goal. They beat us 3-0.
Going back to your correlation point, the 2 games that City lost, Haaland didn't score.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I'm not banking on Haaland going like 10, 12 games without scoring. That's never going to happen. But there will be games where he doesn't score, and if City other players don't step up, they might not win the game.
Right.
Do you know what's funny though? Very quickly,
but I saw that.
Do you know what's funny though? Real quick, we could preach it. Do you know what's funny? Because Haaland alone is more reliable scorer from open play than a whole fucking team. That's the craziest thing about it. Go ahead, preach. Go ahead.
You can say that about 15 teams in the Premier League though.
Yeah, but 15 teams in the Premier League ain't trying to win the title, yes.
I hear it.
Go on, preach.
No, that's it.
Come on, man. What are we doing? We're gonna compare ourselves to Everton now. Come on, yes, man. We're better than that. Sorry, preach.
No, keep going.
The floor is yours.
No, but look. Obviously, yes, yeah. I get why you're confident. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not a bad team. We are very strong defensively. I think we will keep teams out majority of the times, or at least half of the times. Do you know what I mean? Even when we were doing well, all of these things like from open play are slight concerns. You obviously know my thoughts to the manager, and we've been strong defensively, and it hasn't brought us no success. You know, and that's always going to be my thing. I don't want to always talk about the end of the season, but every now and then things just keep showing up that has been shown before. That's where the concern is. That's why these ops they're not shook of us. Like and to be fair, I'm not too shook of them, but like they're not shook of us. They're wary of us because they know we have our strengths. They're not shook of us, my bro. Do you know what I mean? Because some of the things. Hold on one sec, real quick here, real quick, because it ain't the first time we done the cowardice thing in terms of the management of the team. It ain't the first time, not the second time, not the third time. I'm talking this season.
And it won't be the last. I'll be real with you, it won't be the last.
And that's a problem. That's a big problem.
But here's a solution to some of our problems. I'm telling you, when Arsenal were our free-flowing best, playing good football, this, that, and the other, it was going through one man, bro. And Martin Odegaard hasn't really featured much this season. And I feel like he's got something to give. For me, Eze should be a little bit more, but I feel like Arteta's trying to use him in like the Martin Odegaard role rather than the Eze role, if that makes sense. He's not playing like the Eze from Crystal Palace. He's trying to play him like Martin Odegaard. They're not the same player.
No, I was told Eze was this world-class center attacking mid, and that now that you have Eze, everything's just gonna click. And you told me that I'm supposed to expect improved performance from Eze.
Yeah.
So I need to see more. I didn't see much, if anything, from him yesterday.
That's fair.
Because you told me that, right?
He should have scored 2 goals. You're right. I did say that, and I have no doubt in my mind that it's gonna click for Eze because
it's going to.
Not with I'll be real, not with the way this manager's using him. Absolutely not. And I've said this so many times, yeah, and it's not just with Eze, yeah. I think it's with tens in general. Hey, I even see it a little bit with Verts. Some of these number 10s, yeah. If you want to see them, you know what I mean, do the whole carrying the ball, dribbling, and all of this, and that side of the game, sometimes you're gonna have to put them out wide. And I've said this the same with Cole Palmer. With there's certain games where that middle of the park is a bit too physical for him. Get him out wide where he can receive the ball in space. And once he has a little bit of space, you know he has the skill where he can cut inside and damage you there. But you want him to receive it in the middle of the park where there's bare man around you, and even worse, the movement is not even there from the rest of the team. Yes, that's a problem, my brother. And I see this a lot with Eze, and I've seen this a bit with Odegaard as well, which is why for the most part, I've been very patient with Odegaard. Sometimes when we have the ball in the middle of the park, there is a severe lack of movement. I'm seeing Eze with the ball in the middle. Sometimes maybe even Rice and Zubi. Seeing these guys in the middle, bro, and I'm seeing man lined up like waiting for a cross or some shit, which don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? And the best thing that we can do very quickly, the best thing that we can do when it comes to creating chances, if we are gonna play like that, then there has to be a lot of movement, especially, in the wide areas. Our fullbacks are gonna really have to do their thing. So I'm gonna players in the middle have the ball. Do you know what I mean? They can maybe loft one over the top or whatnot, work the overlap, do whatever. Do you know what I mean? Create little triangles, get the fullback on the overlap, get the wide forward, coming inside, etc., etc. You know what I mean? It's just again, look.
Now you think Calafiori's been doing a lot of that this season. And another thing, like I said to you, what you said there, you would prefer a good number 10 to be out wide. I think when Odegaard's fit, that's where Eze plays. And those haven't really had much minutes together. They need to, obviously, if football takes, it's all about rotation. Not rotation, repetition, isn't it? They need to have time to figure each other's games out. And they're good enough, so I don't believe it's going to take too long. But our wing-backs or full-backs, Calafiori is not even a flipping full-back. That guy's like a left-wing striker, but he's a bat, bro. What's his name? Timber, he's up and down. So those structures are there. It's just, like you said, I think he has to end up on the left wing, Eze, in order to get a bit more space. And Martin Odegaard is suited to that little roaming around and conducting the play. Listen, Martin Odegaard is back from what I'm reading after the international break. And I think against Tottenham, you're going to see a different Arsenal team, man. I really do.
Because he's your conductor.
He
All
is.
these people. I'm an Odegaard fan. All these people crashing on Odegaard. He's pivotal to your system. It's very obvious when he's not there. It's
And I think
very
Odegaard
obvious.
is the leader of the press as well. He's the trigger for the press almost always. So then you lose that a little bit as well. But look, my issue with Odegaard is a small issue. I just feel like he doesn't like to shoot a lot, and sometimes the opportunity is there to take a shot and he'll do something.
And you know they're not the same player, but the frustrations your fan base and you have with Odegaard is the frustrations my fan base had with Szoboszlai last year.
Yeah, but I think Szoboszlai, the difference is Szoboszlai is an excellent shooter of the ball, whereas Odegaard isn't quite that level. But listen, he scored 15 goals a number of years ago, so he has the ability in his locker to score goals.
I think what he's required to do in your side doesn't allow him to be. That's not necessarily what he's asked to do in his side. I don't think his mindset is to shoot enough for him to get 15 goals again.
No,
Whereas that year, I feel like he was almost putting the onus on himself. Now it's keep the ball moving, find Saka, find Gyökeres.
No, I'll tell you what. So if you look at the team the way we play now, especially last season, I beg your pardon, because of the way the team was injured and whatever it is, he had a lot of responsibility of collecting a ball from the defenders and then progressing the ball like that. Now Zubimendi does that. We don't need him to do that no more.
Right.
So now when he comes back and he's fit, he's going to be afforded the sort of the ability to push a bit more forward. And sometimes when you get low blocks, you just have to take a shot, bro. You can't always find space in low blocks.
But he's not going to do that because his mindset is keep the ball and find the best pass. The problem goes back to your left 8 when you guys are in possession.
But sometimes the best pass is a shot. Sometimes there is no pass, so you have to take a shot.
And that's why you guys have your frustrations with Odegaard. But in my opinion, until you play Eze in the left 8, you won't see a better Odegaard. The Odegaard, at least, that you're expecting.
I agree with you.
But you can't play that unless you drop Zubimendi. And you can't do that.
No, we can't drop Zubimendi, bro.
Exactly. So who do you drop?
We don't drop anybody, bro.
Okay. So you don't see the better Odegaard. You don't see the best version of Odegaard because you have to play the midfield that you play.
No, we can play Odegaard at the sort of the tip of the pivot, and we can play Eze on the left side.
But that's not playing Eze in midfield.
Who? Say again?
That's not playing Eze in the left 8. That's playing Eze on the wing.
I know Eze's got to play on the left side of the pitch. I'll be honest with you. I feel like he's so much better than Martinelli and Trossard at beating them, man, and once you beat them, going past them. And I think that's what we're missing quite a bit, because Trossard is a very technically sound player. But sometimes when he gives the man a shoulder and the man sort of goes to the left, he doesn't really have the pace to push forward with it. So, and Martinelli doesn't really have the brains, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I think when Arteta bought Eze, I think that was more Berta, but I think Eze is a more athletic version of what Grealish was for that City side.
Mm-hmm.
You can rely on him not to lose the ball. If he creates something, great. But it's gonna be less detrimental to your side whenever Martinelli runs with his head down or Trossard takes a hopeful shot that goes into Rosette or turns into a counter.
Listen, so see, Trossard and he's shooting, I'm here for it, bro, because sometimes that's what's needed.
Right, but that's why Trossard's a good squad option and a good player to have off the bench.
100% I agree. I don't think Trossard is a starting.
That play pissed me off. I was so upset that goal happened.
That defender's mad. Mark that guy.
Telegraphed it. The right back, he's pointing at the overlap, and then he bites on the fake to the overlap.
That's mad, bro.
But you see, Link, here's the thing real quick here, because your manager can use that as an example, actually having your fullback, overlap,
Hey, so Yas, you were talking about silver linings. You were talking about silver linings, and I gotta head out after this. You were talking about silver linings. We're getting beat 3-0. I'm thinking about all the hell that's gonna ensue, and then I see Kirkez and Gakpo come on the field at the same time. I go, oh, here we go. And you can tell this was the first time I've seen Gakpo attempt to play Kirkez on the overlap, but you could tell that it was the first time he had done it because what happened? Kirkez was offside.
Mm. He didn't expect. He never expected it, bro.
He didn't expect to get the ball. He didn't know how to time his run. It never happened before. It had never happened before. He was shocked.
Because I remember when they first came on, and the first time Kirk has won an overlap, and obviously that Paul cut in, he was like, he was bare frustrated. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
man.
There was one time where Gakpo went to go 1v1, and then he like did a fake. He's like, "Oh, that's right, I have to hit my overlap now." But he's like, "Nah."
Fair, no, 100%, man, 100%. Look, guys, do you have anything
I'm
to
out.
mention? No, Fairs. We're gonna wrap up soon, anyways, man. Love for jumping on, Link, man.
Big
But
up.
big up, man. But yeah, just very quickly, yes. Got anything to say about Tottenham United? I mean, it's so drab. I kind of didn't want to, but I thought, let me ask the question.
Well, I'm disappointed in United, man. But but listen, I don't want to be harsh for United because I'm not one of those people that like to dig at Man United. But bruv, that was a horrendous football game. Two teams that have much quality, and I feel like United missed their chance, man, because Tottenham were there for the taking. But Man United doing Man United things, man.
No, you know what? Yeah, I would say it's Amorim doing Amorim things, because one thing I say about United, and I constantly see, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah, in this little system, it's not perfect. I still think there's problems, yeah, but it's starting to look like they click a bit. But with Amorim, he's just got certain favourites. Every game he takes off Cass, brings on Agate. Every game, if Dallow's on the bench, he brings them on. And for whatever reason, well, because they're not good players, they lose a bit of control. I saw it in the Brighton game. They were up 3-0, 3-2, all of a sudden fighting hell for leather. Up 1-0 against Tottenham and then end up losing the game, man. So I really do think it's poor game management. Sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I had to dig out Benjamin Sesko, bro. Waste man, bro. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a fan. I like him, innit? But what he did yesterday, the man said he was 1-on-1, he got done, and he said, "You know what? I don't want it, bro. My leg hurts."
Yeah. Aye, that's the same pussy that asked for a release clause, you know, to come to Arsenal while you were the RB Leipzig.
But he said he
Brother, do you know who the fuck you are, mate?
He said he didn't want to come to us because he didn't know if he could unseat Havertz. I said, "Yo, this guy ain't got a mentality for us, bro. I can't have that." But I'm sure he'll be a good player for them. But at the moment, it's looking spooky, bro.
No, 100%. I've seen little glimpses. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like his ball control, the way he can manipulate the ball, and that it does look a bit better than our centre forward. So those guys that were going, that were saying that, like they want to set or whatnot, I can kind of hear it. I also sometimes like some of his movement, the way sometimes he spins behind a defender as well. Like you've seen glimpses. To be fair, remember he wasn't there from the start of the season. He doesn't always start in it. So I can give him a blight for that. I would like to see more in it, but I just think either way, I just think whatever that I've already seen is not. It's not worth the financial package. It's not worth it.
I don't understand why Amorim doesn't trust him in games where United are going to be sort of a bit, coming against a bit of a tough opposition. He seems to keep on dropping him every time they play a half decent team. It makes no sense. What did he play?
Because he likes Mason Mount. That's why.
Why did you waste your money on the guy if you don't trust him? It don't make sense, bro. He should have just come to us, the idiot.
That's the shit show that United. Well, I say shit show. They're about Liverpool right now. You know what I mean? But that's just United for you, man. That's just United. Anything to say on Chelsea? I don't know. Me personally, 3-0 Wolves. Wolves are Wolves, man. Them man are going down, bruv. So
Wolves are getting relegated. But I tell you what, that's one thing I would say if I was a Chelsea fan, and God forbid I'm not. But if I was a Chelsea fan, they're holding themselves up quite decently with Cole Palmer missing. So it's probably only going to get better for them when Cole Palmer gets back. So yeah, man, I think Chelsea. I think Chelsea can give a decent run for the money for third. You know, I really think. I don't think Liverpool are gonna recover enough for them to catch third, but I think Chelsea. I think Chelsea might be a good bet for third in the league. You know, because City, obviously, I thought at the beginning of the season City weren't going to be much, but boy, I was wrong on it. I was big wrong on that one, but yeah, I think Chelsea, man. They got. To be fair though, they've spent a lot of money, so they should expect results on a weekly basis. I think Cole Palmer not being there for when we play them, I'm happy about that, bro. Because that guy is a very good player.
But do you know what? Yeah, I think that's a testament, yeah, to how like poor the league has been. Yes, I'll be very real with you. Yeah, how many games are we in? Is it
11.
what? 11 games now, isn't it? We should have had 11 wins out of 11. This league stinks. We should have been 11 wins out of 11. That's
Do you know
why
what the maddest thing is? Yeah, you're probably right, because I feel like if we would have gone at Liverpool's throat, we could have got something. I feel like if we were a bit more positive from the get-go against City, we could have got something. And the Sunderland one, we should have seen it at. So you're close to being right, you know.
honestly, it should have been, because obviously, like we've been on stream. Obviously, I have my doubts of our team and the manager, etc. But I've been for 98% of the way. I've been nothing but praise for us. Do you know what I mean? So it's just those little small things that creep in where it's like, this is why I'm always gonna have a doubt or whatnot. But obviously, don't want to get back into us. It's like I've watched Chelsea here, and these men they're so fucking naive, so naive. Poor discipline to the point where it's like this version of Chelsea. I think they were a little bit better last season. This version of Chelsea should never be in a strong position to be challenging for that third spot. This version of Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? I think their wingers stink, except from Esteval. You know what I mean? And I think their centre backs stink as well, which are two crucial areas, because these men like to play the ball at the back, like to play with a bit of a high line, and they like to play through their wingers as well. They like to play with that switch ball, and it's like those two important areas. But how much millions on it? And for me, bro, it absolutely stinks, man. Can't lie.
Yeah, it does. But boy, like you said, the teams that you'd expect to be there or thereabouts at the moment, they're in a coffin. So one of them there is opening up the space for Chelsea to sneak in. I think Spurs, they look all right. They got a lot of injuries. They look all right. They look like they could be a top 4, top 5.
30.
Newcastle, they're picking themselves up a little bit. It was a bit of a weird result the other day against West Ham, but this is why I'm confident, bro. Because like you said, the teams in the league that would give us problems like before, the Fulhams, they're there for the taking, bro. And I feel like the unfortunate thing is Man City are going to face these same teams. Hopefully they'll give them a better account than they did against us. But Chelsea, man, Chelsea. I think if we don't beat Chelsea, I'm going to be livid. I'm going to be real with you, bro. Even those at Stamford Bridge, I'm going to be livid, because I don't think they have anything to offer us, bro. They can't do a deep block against us because their defenders are rubbish. Their midfield is a very sturdy midfield, and their attack, it shouldn't hurt us. It shouldn't.
No, facts, man, facts. But listen, people, make sure you guys are smashing the like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Yes, shut your channel up, my brother.
Yeah, Sports Uncensored 4K, bro. It'll be in a link next week. I've been told by management.
Yeah, listen, make sure you man are going over there and subscribing in it. Hey, yes, love for giving up your time in it. You know, into the Sunday evening and that. Big up yourself, man. Hope you had a blessed week, man. And obviously next Sunday, international break. So people, we're back the Sunday after, innit? Do you know what? Just one thing real quick. I hate the fact, that I have to sit through two weeks on that draw, innit? You know what I mean? I don't know how you feel about that, but
I hear it, but it gives us the time to bring those players back. That's where I'm looking at the silver lining, bro.
Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. But listen, big up yourself, yes. Until next week, man. Yeah, man. And people there, like I said, smash the like, smash the subscribe. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna see me and James here like tomorrow or whatnot. But listen, people, until the next one, salute.
Peace out.